Chris Appleton talks about coming out to his kids, and former partner Chris Appleton is thinking back on a challenging period. The famous stylist, who has done hair for Kim Kardashian and Ariana Grande, recently told his ex-partner Kate Keaton and their two children, Billy, who is now 22, and Kitty Blue, who is 20, that he came out as homosexual at the age of 26. On the August 6 edition of On Purpose with Jay Shetty, Chris spoke about his life with Kate and said, "I was like, I'm going to hurt all these people I've created this life with." It was a fantastic 9 years, and we had 2 children during that time. To be honest, I believed I had everything worked out. In fact, Chris described the usual domestic life of the family until he came to terms with his sexual orientation, and it all came crashing down. "I truly cherished her," he said. "I had no desire to be homosexual. I didn't want to stand out." Chris, 44, described discovering his actual sexuality as breathing, but it was soon followed by intense humiliation. "That was a process," he said. Chris said that informing his children was the most difficult aspect, despite the fact that telling his spouse boosted his confidence. "I had a duty as a father to keep my children safe," he said. "I just didn't want that disgrace to ever be placed on them. I wanted to take it out because it felt like an illness, like cancer. Like, I could be a good father if I could just get rid of that." Chris remembered being selfish when he came out to his children. Chris recalls, "They were upset because they knew I was upset. They were perplexed, and I suddenly felt as if I had ruined their whole lives. Since it was my responsibility to keep them safe, I felt like a bad father. And I would defend them if they were ever harmed. However, I was the one causing them pain."